Baseball is back! For now, anyways. In this week's video, I'll be breaking down the latest news about the upcoming baseball season, and I'll be debuting a brand new format designed to highlight the latest news in the world of the LA Dodgers. I'm calling it Thinking Blue with Sammy presents Dodgers Weekly, also with Sammy. The title might need a little bit of work, but let's go! Hello and welcome to the show. I'm coming to you live from Long Beach, California with all the latest news on the LA Dodgers. Baseball is back. After weeks of very ugly and very public negotiations ultimately failed, the commissioner of baseball has mandated a 60-game season. The plan is for all the games to take place in the home ballparks with no fans in attendance. And teams will be playing an unbalanced schedule, which means they'll be playing the majority of their games within their division. Each team is going to play 40 games within their own division, and in an effort to reduce travel, they're going to play the other 20 games against the corresponding division of the other league. This means that the Dodgers, who play in the NL West, are going to play 40 games against their normal NL West opponents, and then the other 20 games are going to be against teams from the AL West. The AL West, that's interesting. What teams are in the AL West? We got the Angels, we got the A's, California teams. Who else? We got the Mariners, Seattle, that's a cool city. Rangers, and who else plays in the American League West? Oh yeah, the Houston Astros. Oh man, I cannot wait to watch those games. People forget, before coronavirus happened, the biggest news of the offseason was the Houston Astros and their cheating scandal and the fact that they were cheating against the LA Dodgers in the 2017 World Series. Now, I don't really know what's going to happen on the field, but for a little insight, I did find this video footage on Twitter of video game Clayton Kershaw pitching to video game Jose Altuve. Take a look. Of course, we have to realize that all of this sounds pretty good on paper, but the reason the entire season was postponed in the first place hasn't really gone away. Coronavirus is still here, and in many states, it's worse than ever. You look at the news, just this week, 8 different Phillies employees tested positive for the virus, including 5 players. Charlie Blackmon and 2 of his teammates on the Rockies tested positive, and just yesterday, the LA Times is reporting that several Dodger employees have also tested positive. As a fan, I'm trying to remain positive here, but I gotta tell you, I don't have a lot of confidence that this season is gonna happen the way they want it to. I guess we'll just wait and see. Nowadays, a lot of people associated with the Dodgers have their own podcasts. It's a great way for fans to learn more about their personalities and to really get inside information. In this segment, I'll introduce you to some of those podcasts, and I'll focus in on some of the most newsworthy moments from the latest episodes. First up is On Air with Joe and Oral. This is a podcast hosted by the TV broadcast team of Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser. It's a really lighthearted conversation. They talk a lot about life and family, baseball of course, but they also have the benefit of checking in with manager Dave Roberts every week. This week's episode was recorded just as the news was breaking about the 60-game season, so they had the ability to talk to Roberts about the team's preparations heading into spring training. Another popular podcast is called The Big Swing. This one's hosted by pitcher Ross Stripling and his co-host Cooper Searles. This week's guest was Clayton Kershaw, and he talked to them about some of the preparations he's been making on his own back home in Dallas. Kershaw said that he's been throwing batting practice at a local Texas college, and that he recently stretched out and threw 2 innings, but that he was totally exhausted at the end of it. He also admitted that he's been getting hit pretty hard by those college kids, telling Ross Stripling, quote, "I'm getting shelled, Strip. I'm getting absolutely shelled. These guys are hitting missiles off of me right and left. It's very humbling." Is that bad? That doesn't sound good. Next up is Holding Court with Courtney Turner. This podcast is hosted by Justin Turner's wife, Courtney, but since this podcast debuted right in the middle of the pandemic, Justin Turner has been available and he's been a co-host on every single episode. They spend a lot of time talking about what's going on in their lives, and they highlight a lot of the work that they're doing with their foundation here in the community, but they also spend some time talking baseball, and Justin Turner is not afraid of giving his opinion. In the latest episode, they talked about the upcoming season, and Turner went over some of the safety protocols that are in place in terms of the testing that they're going to have to do on a regular basis and some of the precautions that are in place to protect the safety of the players. Justin and Courtney both admitted that they feel a lot of pressure heading into this season. They want to stay healthy and they don't want to jeopardize the bubble that is in place because they don't want to hurt the team or even the league. Also, in this episode, you get to hear Courtney and Justin sing a snazzy jingle about the upcoming baseball season. So much talent. Now it's time for Dodgers Social Hour, where I scroll through the Dodgers social media feeds to find the most interesting bits that you might have missed. The first clip is going back a few months now, but who can forget the Instagram story of Ashley Kelly, Joe Kelly's wife? She was filming him when he was working on a brand new pitch in his backyard.
Oh. Just break the window? Yeah.
Wondering how quarantine's going? Joe is working on a changeup.
More recently, Walker Buehler got a very cute new dog.
Aww.
Kike Hernandez posted a video of Max Muncy hitting a bomb, showing us what it might sound like to watch a baseball game in 2020 with no crowds in attendance.
Oh my God! Max Muncy! That funky Muncy!
And finally, in the wake of the protests and activism that have swept through this country in recent weeks, a number of Major League Baseball players, including the newest Dodger, Mookie Betts, lent their voices to a video in support of Black Lives Matter. Take a look.
We've been told that our peaceful pleas
were not made at the right time,
at the right place,
in the right way.
We've been told to wait.
But we remember when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. warned us
that the word wait
has almost always meant never.
We will wait no longer.
We'll make our voices louder.
For all of us who can.
And for all of those who could not.
8 minutes and 46 seconds is enough time to lift a knee.
To do what is right.
To say something.
To acknowledge the pain of the Black community.
You have cheered for us,
but we need you to cheer with us now.
When we need you most.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
It's our cheer for change.
It's your cheer for us.
It's these cheers that will unite us.
One team.
One dream.
Be the change.
In our last segment, I'll be having a lively conversation with another Dodger fanatic in a segment I'm calling Fan to Fan.
Cool. So, on the line, longtime friend, fellow Dodger fanatic, Dan from Portland. Dan, how are you doing today?
Hey man, I'm doing great. Good to see you again.
So they just announced a 60-game season. I thought the first thing that we could talk about is what we thought the Dodgers' record might be in a hypothetical 60-game season. Vegas has the over/under at, I think, 37 and a half games. So what do you think? Would you put your money on the over or the under at 37 and a half?
I'm obviously optimistic for the over, but it'd be a good barometer to say like 40 and 20 with the lineup they have this season. And yeah, it's so it seems like they maybe have eliminated some of their weaknesses and they're just top notch from top to bottom, especially with the addition of Mookie. So 40 and 20, let's say it.
All right, Dan's putting his money on 40. That is incorrect. Correct answer is 60. They're going to go 60-0 this year. You heard it here first. Okay, and a lot of people were talking about the fact that with the short season, if the Dodgers were to win the World Series, or if anybody won the World Series, they'd put an asterisk on it because it's not a real season. I'm not so sure I agree. What do you think about that?
I think everybody's going to remember it. I don't even know that they keep record books to put asterisks in anymore, but it's definitely going to be memorable because of the season being condensed and obviously the conditions under which they're played. But I think for Dodger fans, it will be a pretty big weight off our shoulders waiting for so long. And I think that there's something that's unique about this that could be the foundation for, what you'd always hope is like a dynasty. Bellinger rises to be a leader. Maybe JT sticks around for another couple seasons. All of those things. And especially, keeping Mookie past the season is like job one in my mind. except for the cheating ones, of course. But
as a Dodger fan personally, I hope they really just have a really, really good season so that there's no doubt and there's less chance for people to pick holes in it. Like, if they won 50 games and just steamrolled through the playoffs, even in a short season, people would have to admit that they were the better team. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, and totally. The mentality is going to be completely different. You know, it's almost like a prize fighter, a heavyweight fighter from back in the day, like such monastic focus to their craft, such monastic focus to their craft, such monastic focus to their craft. I think, again, like Dodger fans are going to see Mookie Betts for maybe 10 games, and, you know, there's going to be a firestorm if they don't re-sign him in the offseason. And that's even that's an important investment in the time frame. It's like being able to set the table for 21.
I'm looking forward to seeing him. I'm looking forward to seeing baseball, and I've got my fingers crossed over here that everything goes smoothly. Anything else to say, Dan?
Great to see you. Continued success. I'm really proud of what you're putting together, and it means a lot to be invited. Thank you, man. Hope to be sitting in the stands with you soon enough.
Go Dodgers.
All right, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that quick run through of the latest news in the world of the LA Dodgers. If you did, please consider giving me a like or a subscribe or a comment. That's always appreciated. If I get enough positive feedback, I'll probably keep this up throughout the regular season. And one last thing. If you haven't already watched my last video where I reenact a great moment in Dodgers history, please consider clicking on that video and giving that one a watch also. I really enjoyed that one. I'm proud of it. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.